Welcome back. This is Dave Gardner from List Chemistry. Great job following the action in the email. Shows that you're engaging. Feel free to leave me any questions, or you can also respond to those emails. I would love to hear where you're struggling, love to hear where you're having successes, love to hear how you're doing and how I can help you out. And so the second ingredient in this concept is providing irresistible offers. And so in order to do that, obviously we want to attract attention. We're going to set up a lead capture page. And on that lead capture page, you need to have a lead magnet or something that's going to attract that person to you so that they're going to give you their information and become an engaged member of your list. And so I want to go through a couple key things here in this short video. And one of the key things that you can do and have with your lead magnet is have it something that offers a specific solution in a very specific market. And so I'm just going to go through these quick. I'm not going to go into many details. I may give some examples, but from my example and experience as a teacher, if someone is struggling to learn certain concepts, then obviously I'm going to provide them a specific solution in how to provide that. A great lead magnet is going to promise one big thing. Again, in the report, if you've read it already, that's great. If not, make sure you read that whole report. It's rather short. It's quick and easy to read. You want to promise one big thing. We don't want to overwhelm people when we're going to solve their problem. We want to be able to get it quick and easy to them. So promise one big thing in your lead magnet. You want to speak and have it speak to a known desired end result. If you look in the previous email, I talked about a template that you could use about desired results that your target market has, and you want to be able to solve the problem so that they can get to that end result. It's going to offer immediate gratification. You want to be able to give them something that they can take action on right away to get the result that they want. And a great lead magnet is also going to inspire belief. Maybe they don't think that they can do something, but after following your report or your video and your review and your training, they're going to realize that they can actually do this and they can be successful. It also has high perceived value. When you have to think about the person who made this, they're going to be the expert in that field, and you are going to be the expert in your field that's going to be a step ahead of those people, and you're going to have the training, your experiences that you're going to pass forward to those people. So it has to have high perceived value, but also high actual value. Think about all the hours of work and training that you put into learning your skill set that you're going to be able to transfer to those people so that they can actually do the same thing that you have the ability to do as well. And they can also be immediately consumed. We want to be able to have something that is delivered right away, and we're going to get more in depth of that tomorrow in the third strategy, but you want to be able to have them get into it where they can do it, because if it's an issue that is something that's coming up right now, sometimes maybe that issue is a material or a problem that they need to solve within the next 5 minutes, maybe it's in the next 5 days, maybe it's the next 5 months, but they want to be able to easily get it so they can immediately consume that content, and then they can start to act on it over time. And so the big thing at the end, obviously, as an entrepreneur, as someone in business, you have to have a lead magnet with a call to action at the end. And the CTA is that part that's going to tell that person what the next step is going to be. Now, that CTA should be in pretty much everything you do from this point forward. In every single email you send, there should be a call to action. The reason why you're watching this video right now is because I told you to watch the video in the email. In any reports you have, maybe there's a software or service that you want to use or recommend to that person, tell them what to do, because otherwise, if you're not giving them direct actions, they might not know exactly where to go. And so if we take that and we consider what you're actually giving to that person, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how can I get that information or disseminate that to the person? It could be an action plan or a checklist. Maybe it's just one sheet. A lead magnet doesn't have to be, 20 pages long, or a report that's 100 pages. If you think about the report that I shared with you, it was only about 15 pages, and it was very large print text, so it was very easily consumable. You could have a checklist that tells them maybe the 5 major steps or the 5, important things that they need to get started in, your scenario or your niche. You can deliver it as a PDF or a downloadable report. In the case of the List Chemistry report, obviously that's what it was. You just had to click a button and it opened up that PDF right away, and you could download that and start reading it. You could give them a script or a template. Maybe you're familiar with HTML and coding, and you have the background and the designs and the image so that they can incorporate that and follow along. Maybe it's a script in the terms of here's what you say and here's what you respond when people say certain things. Maybe you're in the MLM industry and this is a follow-up email you could use. So scripts and templates could be very valuable for people looking to get started and want to have some little ease and not have to create everything from scratch. Your deliverable could be a video or a series of videos. So in addition to the PDF, I'm also giving you some bonus videos that were unannounced, trying to increase that value to help you out. But you could also give that as the designated lead magnet, that the video was going to be the main thing. Then maybe you could give them some bonus audios or email follow-ups as well. You could also have a mini course. Maybe you say that it's a 4-day course or a 4-video course. Maybe it's a 1-week course or a 3-week course, something very short. It does not have to be to the end of time. You want to be able to, again, if we go back to that, easily consumed so they can get the content they need to take the action they want. You could also do a webinar or live training. Most webinars could be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long. And obviously at the end of that webinar, you'd probably have a call to action. But most people want to find out things where they can maybe engage, and on a live training or webinar, maybe they can ask questions, they can get up and maybe they can come to the mic and they can share their stories and their struggles, and you can help them out. The other thing you could do, if you don't want to have to create a report or create videos and create audios, you could just give them access to a mastermind group or a Facebook group where maybe they're sharing their information. Maybe you set some limits and restrictions on, not sharing links and not spamming or promoting your product, but you can start communicating where you're struggling, or maybe have people look at images and figure out what subject headlines might be good in a certain niche, and you can start to communicate with those people. You could also have audio training. Maybe it's just a book that you want to read and share to them. Maybe it's a training you did before and you have the audio version of it as well. Audios could also be a good bonus or an unannounced bonus. You can turn your book or your report into an audio or vice versa. And so what are your next steps at this point? I've given you some great ideas, some actionable items, things that you could easily go through. I would recommend watching this video again, maybe taking some notes on those key things, especially on different ways that you can have lead magnets, what they're supposed to do, but also how you can deliver them. If you turn different or the same content into different ways, people will often pay more. And maybe you've seen an order bump or an upgrade where people will buy the book and then maybe they'll pay even more, an additional price, to get the audio version of that as well. And so that's an option for you to earn money. And that's the whole point of business, again, with that call to action and making sales. So your next steps right now, the first thing I want you to do, if you haven't done it already, make sure you hit that like button. You can subscribe to this channel if you haven't, but be sure to leave a comment. Tell me if you heard or if you saw an aha and had an aha moment here, or maybe it was 2 or 3 aha moments. What was a major thing you pulled out of this video that you can actually incorporate and put into your business today? So I want you to take a minute and comment on this video or comment below wherever you're watching this video. Your next step after that, though, is continue looking out for my email and my trainings. I'm going to be sending you daily emails that provide value and give you concrete steps and things that you can do and basically take action on that will help in any niche. And I'm also going to recommend you some good tools and services that will allow you to make sure that those materials are delivered to you. So for example, you got the email because of a certain tool. You got the report because of a different tool. You got the ability to see my video because, again, the combination of both of those working hand in hand. And so I'm going to be making recommendations so make sure you're checking that email out for the training and also for some cool tools that I want to share that will help build your business. The other thing, if you haven't done so already, make sure you take action on the List Chemistry Labs, where we do a deeper dive into list building, and that link is below this video. So all you have to do is look in the description, and that's, again, where we're going to go step by step from the beginning all the way into deep concepts that involve list building, many different strategies that we can incorporate. I have been learning and training myself for over a dozen years in the online marketplace, and I know a lot of different strategies, and I want to share them with you, but also not just telling you one thing and letting you figure it out, actually going through, and as we continue to learn new strategies, I will continue to share them. So that is a monthly process where we're going to be going week by week, day by day, month by month. As long as you want to stay with me, I'm going to continue to give you strategies that relate to list building. So take those steps. leave yourself, again, a nice comment. I'll respond back. And as always, respond to those emails. If you have any question, if you need anything, I am glad to help you out and always willing and ready to watch your success with the steps and strategies you learn with List Chemistry and List Chemistry Labs. Again, this has been Dave Gardner, and I look forward to seeing your success.